Okay, and we're back. Well, we still have a few days before we get to see the fallout of after what happened at Kamoshida's. So for this update, we're more or less just going to be hanging out a little bit, working on social links, maybe doing a few part-time jobs, etc., etc. I believe we already looked at this news report in the last update, but possible foreshadowing. Who knows?
Hey!
You know what, Morgana? After what we've been through, yeah. Probably are a little bit tired. I mean, we just did we just fought like the demon of lust. It's a little bit of an adventure today. So we have about, 9 or 10 days before we get to see the true fallout of the dungeon. Kind of like what happened in P4. Just because you finish the dungeon early doesn't mean you get to see the immediate results.
Yeah!
Oh, they're talking about the shopping channel. That's kind of like how it was in Persona 4. We'll get into that later.
Morning.
You probably shouldn't skip breakfast. It's pretty important. It was quite an endeavor, wasn't it, Ryuji? Again, we just fought like a giant demon. So, yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep.
Hopefully we don't get expelled. That'd be nice.
Ahem.
And class goes on as usual. I'm surprised no one notices that we have a frickin' cat in our desk. And no one ever will, really. There was an emperor who participated in the Olympics. Interesting. But Sean Chiplock doesn't know. It's Nero. And by throw yourself into your club activities, we don't mean throw yourself down the stairs, Mishima. Oh. That's probably not too far away from what actually happened. You don't seem too into sports. You don't seem too into sports, Ren. I take offense to that.
Do you know
I'll have you know I am probably the most dexterous dude in this entire academy. So the answer is singing. How is that an Olympic event?
correct?
How? He was tone deaf. So not only did he do an Olympic event that's not even really sports related, but he was freaking shit at it. But it's like, oh well, I'm the emperor, so I just win. Well, why even bother doing anything? Why don't you just say, no, I won all the events? Like, what's the point? I know they're trying to make like a correlation between this and Kamoshida, but still, at the very least, Kamoshida could play volleyball and was good at it. Throwing heavy shade on Nero. For more than one reason, but still.
All right.
He was lacking in sportsmanship. No shit! Ugh.
No.
Don't give us that crap. Kamoshida's the real despot. Are you sure, Morgana? Comparing him to, like, Nero seems a bit... I know we're trying to make Kamoshida look like a huge shitbird, but still.
You really think he changed?
I hope so.
Well, yeah.
Be nice.
Oh, perfect timing.
Hey, it's Miss Kawakami.
Study hall will be held instead of PE today. I'm letting you know just in case you haven't heard. Mr. Kamoshida has taken the day off.
On a Saturday? Japanese school systems confuse me.
This from me. But we received word that Mr. Kamoshida is placing himself under suspension. At such an important time before the tournament, too. Principal Kobayakawa went to talk to him about it, but he supposedly wasn't making any sense.
Wait, a suspension?
Not so loud. The talks about your expulsions may be put on hold, too. I don't know too
So
much
we
about
may,
it, though.
so we clearly did something to mess with his head. He put himself under suspension, so that's good, right?
Looks like something happened. At least it sounds different from the
So
shutdown.
not brain dead, but you know what? This works too. Hooray! We're not getting expelled. Yay!
Well then.
Waiting's pretty boring. Let's go do some social link stuff. That'll be fun. Oh, so no social link with An yet. She's hanging out with Shiho. We'll have to work on the Lover's Arcana a little later. It's kind of similar to, it's a little similar to Chie and Yukiko, honestly. Which kind of makes sense, but it's like in reverse, sort of. Because because we saved the Black Mage before we saved the Sports Girl. But in Persona 4, it was Chie who we saved first, so... Yeah, okay. Little similarities like that. Little similarities.
Really?
We do have a few options for social links. Now, we could hang out with Ryuji, but instead, let's go ahead and buy something real quick.
How can I...
Get ourselves a CRT. Got ourselves a TV. An outdated one, too. Aw, sweet, we got a free DVD player and tuner. Hooray! Everything's coming up, Ren. Okay, now let's go hang out with Ryuji. Had to buy ourselves a TV before we could go do some sports stuff. So Ryuji wants to go train. Yeah, sure. Why not? We should work on the Chariot Arcana. So now it's time to work. So now it's time to hang out with Ryuji and work on the Chariot Arcana. And also get Ryuji some more abilities, probably. Now I totally suck balls. Oh, this is awful. Ugh. Oh boy.
Whoa!
I assume these guys know Ryuji. Say hello to the douchebags of this social link. It's not really a secret, is it? If we can be seen from a window. Well, it's our spot now. You know what? Why don't you guys go fuck yourselves? Look, let's not fight, because I would totally destroy all three of you, like single-handedly. You mean the one unique-looking character as opposed to you three generic assholes? Yeah, I think I will. You guys don't even have names. You're just ex-track team members. Suck it. Also, that's a low blow. Really? Bringing up his dad? Okay, calm down, Ryuji. They are assholes. This is true. But let's back it down a little bit. I don't need to hear your excuses. I mean, I guess they all kind of were going through it, but still. Okay, that's a little unfair. Look, you make a point, yeah, everybody was dealing with Kamoshida at the same time, fine, but it's not like this is all Ryuji's fault. He was looking for... Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem... That seems like a sore spot for you, huh? Ryuji and Junpei both have daddy issues, evidently. But you know what? We hung out and got a deeper bond with Ryuji, so that's cool. Follow up. Nice.
All right.
We are going to be progressing Ryuji's social link a lot. Why didn't you kick his ass? Because I'm scared. Now they're just arguing with each other. Like idiots.
See ya.
Wow, those guys are losers.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, it's not your fault, On. Oh, this is... Yeah, sure. That's fine. Just move on, Pat. We just gotta move on. We can't do anything about the past, we just gotta make sure the future's better. That's all. Are we gonna start up something new at Sojiro? Yeah, I did buy an old TV, Sojiro. Oh, cool, it already came in. Nice. But let's see what Sojiro needs.
Yo.
I mean, I can't really go out into the city that much. It's just some small talk. Is this a new social link? Oh, I hope it is. Yeah, it seems like it is. Have to talk to the Guardian figure. That's always gonna be a social link in these games. Kind of like Dojima from P4. Only Sojiro doesn't really like us 100%. But we might be able to change that.
Hey, how's school? You're not causing any trouble, are you?
I mean, I might be.
Look here. I've got to report to your probation officer twice a month. It's already a pain in the ass as is, so please don't make me have to write even more
Report.
crap.
Saved a woman from getting raped.
Got that?
God, what a
This society
scumbag.
is kept in check by laws and authority figures. You can go and get yourself killed if you want, but don't go dragging other people into your mess.
That's a fair
Last thing
point.
we need is more idiots like you roaming around.
How am I... Ugh.
What's wrong? Yeah, I'm heading out now. Sorry about that. I know. The usual, right? Okay. I'll see you later. As you can see, I'm pretty damn busy both at work and in my private life. If you could lend a hand, it'd really be a great help.
You know what? You give me room and board? Sure.
Now we're talking. Either way, I won't ask you to work for free. If you agree to help me, then I'll teach you how to make the perfect cup of coffee. Not a bad trade, eh?
I mean, sure. That actually sounds kind of interesting. Sure.
All right. Looks like we got ourselves a deal.
Perfect coffee, you say. Maybe Sojiro won't completely hate me now. That'd be nice. Oh. You know what time it is. Time to go back to future prison. Hey, Shai, how you doing?
You may call yourself a phantom thief, but you're still a minor. Someone had to support you. Furthermore, they did so knowing you were a part of that group. Isn't the owner of that cafe an accomplice of yours?
How it would be... Anyway.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity.
So Sojiro's Arcana is, of course, the Hierophant.
Persona, I have obtained the wings
Just
of
like
blessing
Dojima.
that shall lead to freedom
Makes
and
sense.
new power.
We'll get into how exactly similar these two are a little later down the line. But yeah,
Alright.
it's the Hierophant again. And Sojiro wasn't joking. You will actually learn how to make some good coffee, and that's one of the better items in the game. Because it helps you restore your SP, which is super, super important. You know, unless you have a persona that knows Victory Cry. In which case, then whatever. But it's good for your partners.
Well then,
Anyway, hey, we get to buy stuff off the TV. You got an old CRT.
Whoa.
Home shopping program. So yeah, the home shopping program works very similar to how it did in Persona 4. Just go to your TV every now and again and say, "Hey, we're selling some cool stuff today. You want some? These things are going out of stock like crazy." So yeah, a few things to help with your SP recovery. Not bad. Especially for the price they're offering it for. Not a bad deal. So we got ourselves a bunch of drinks. Very minor SP recovery, but you know what? Any kind of SP recovery is good recovery. Time to go. Speaking of recovery, I believe we have another social link to go tackle. Time to work more on the Death Arcana. Naps are always good. At my current level of guts, I should be able to handle that medicine. Oh boy. It's time. This one's gonna be a big one, isn't it? I think you know why I'm here, Takemi. Let's do this. Well,
Please head to the exam.
here's hoping that the side effects aren't too severe this time. I'd like to be alive to see how that whole Kamoshida thing turns out. Is it gonna make me pass out again? Alright, drink it down in one gulp. Well, a powerful taste, both sour and bitter, overwhelms me. The smell is terrible. Oh, it's awful. Oh, I'm having a hard time breathing. Jeez! And then he passed out again. Ugh. Little by little, I'm turning you into a superhuman. A few motor skill tests, but those might be a bit too much for you right now. The fact that Ren is still like, oh, never mind, he's getting up.
What?
Oh shit, a cop. Show me a warrant. That's how this works. Humph. Yeah, it's right there. She had her shit ready. She had it ready before you even got here, idiot. Oh, suck it, pig. Your name's Arrogant Officer. You stand no chance. What? How dare you? What are you doing here? Yeah. Well, it depends. What day is it? Sunday? Nah, nothing illegal today. I have a bad heart. And take some drugs to help with relaxation. You mean weed? Been taking lots of weed. In liquid form. And it's blue. Blue weed. She's infuriating because she's prepared and she's just doing her job. That's why she's the plague? Fuck off. I don't blame you. Welcome to my life.
Wow.
Takemi, welcome to my life. No one likes me either. Evidently. With the exception of a very, 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 very excessively small minority, yeah, no one really likes me. At the very least, you have a PhD. So, that's something.
By the way.
Oh no, you're gonna take out my blood? But I need my blood. Well, I guess you'll... okay. If this makes me a Superman, fine. Do we really need this medicine? Not really, but we do need to improve this social link. I need to work on that Death Arcana. Rank 2.
Alright.
They always say that the Death Arcana is not as bad as it sounds, but the freaking card has, like, the Grim Reaper cutting off a dude's head. That's a little extreme. This has increased my guts, but unfortunately I'm already a badass. I'm already lion-hearted.
Alright.
I can't get much braver than this. Unless she actually puts the heart of a lion inside me. Oh, that looks cool. Aren't there any honest politicians out there? I'm sure this will have nothing to do with any future events. What's wrong? What happened with Kamoshida? Would have made more sense, yeah. Look, we caused him to have a change of heart. Probably. More than likely. Maybe. So there's nothing really that we... Look, we did all we could. And that's all we can do, okay? Let's not freak out over it. I mean, yeah, it's okay. I can, like, fast travel, so not much of an issue. Oh, cool, we get to stroll the streets at night. Nice. Woo!
You got that?
And there's the old tried and true. Be back out, will be kicked out. Nice. You know what? That's fair. That's completely fair, Sojiro.
Hey. Now listen.
Honestly, Sojiro, I'm already the smartest boy ever who ever lived, so I don't need to study anymore. I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find the book. I'm trying to find a section where I can read the actual books that I have, but most of the time I just end up reading at Most of the time I end up just reading on the train. We did all we could. Now we just wait and see how things turn out. Here's hoping things don't go from bad to worse. That'd be awkward. Now we need to find some DVDs to watch. But hey, our houseplant is looking pretty healthy, so that's good. Need to find something to put on these shelves, too. You know what? While we have some time, let's go ahead and just make a few stealth tools. While we have some time, let's go ahead and make some stealth and all. Just in case. I mean, I'm sure we won't need any more. I mean, we already beat the dungeon. So what point would we ever have for making more dungeon items? None, I say. None. The game's over, essentially.
What's up?
It was a short game, but you know what? It was pretty good while it lasted.
Yeah. All right.
Well then.
Morgana, stop doing that right in front of me. You're a talking cat. That means you understand what you're doing, and you can actually talk to me while you're doing it. Stop doing it, though. It's very awkward. Please. I'm asking you nicely.
Hey!
Let's go ahead and read one of our books while we have a chance. ahead and finish up the, let's go ahead and finish up, the book about Captain Kidd.
Wow!
Could Ryuji actually read this book?
Oh!
Captain Kidd was also a featured character in Assassin's Creed. I'm even more gutsy than I was before. Somehow reading a book about Captain Kidd made me more gutsy than taking an underground back alley doctor experiment. How does that work? Whatever. Everybody's skipping breakfast. Have you ever just like sat down and ate a steak at a diner just randomly? Makes me think of my childhood. Steak is amazing. Suddenly Chie just randomly dragon kicks her way all the way from Inaba to here because the word steak was uttered. Who said steak? I mean, we've seen where Rise is. Like, Rise is doing more concerts and stuff like that, being voiced by a different voice actress. But, you know, we didn't see what happened to Chie and the rest of the crew. Although, if the other Persona 4 games are anything to go off of, and they are canon, then I think the last one that they were in was Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which just has the other members of the investigation crew kind of like also helping out with Rise's concert. But we'll get to that at a later time.
Jeez.
Everyone's writing sucks. Oh, goodness. Kawakami's one of those types. Hey, here's a phrase, Kawakami. First world problems.
How about you?
Don't worry, my cat will help me with this. Conviction that you're right.
Exactly.
Okay. So this again relates to Kamoshida. He did it because he thought it was right. Which is just... ugh. He had kind of the chaos mentality of the strong get to do whatever the hell they want, and the weak just kind of have to subside and just accept it. Which is really, really creepy in this connotation.
Nice going!
But now I'm a little smarter. I'm still an erudite, so You know, whatever.
I see.
But Morgana, it's all cloudy right now. Let's see. Well, since we finished up the book about Captain Kidd, let's go ahead and get a new book, shall we? I'd like to return a book. And now I'm going to take another book. Let's go with Zorro. Of course, Morgana likes it. Hey, it's that one girl. Let's see what she's doing.
What is it?
You have a unique portrait, but I'm sure you'll have nothing to do with the story later on. Absolutely nothing. Yep, that character will do absolutely nothing. There's no reason why she's on the cover of the box. Anyway, let's go ahead and head over to Yongenjaya, shall we? Can we do another clinical trial? So, Takemi's clinical trials, they take a bit of time to... You gotta wait for the meter to kind of like cool down. Well, at this point, I guess we need to find ourselves a part-time job. We do need money, Morgana. I didn't really do that much of the part-time jobs in Persona 4, with the exception of the ones for the social link. But yeah, this time I don't have quite as much money as I did in P4, so I probably should get a little bit of extra scratch. Because believe me, you need the extra money if you're planning on making an ultimate Persona, which I intend to. Even though my Arsene is super over-leveled for the point of the game where I'm at, I still feel like it could be improved upon. So I'm going to, at some point during this playthrough, make an even better Arsene, one that is like min-max to hell, that can just kind of make that can make even more fights just trivial. But to do that, you're going to need a lot of money. A lot of money. Even when you have a discount with the Velvet Room, with the Compendium and New Game Plus stuff, yeah, it's still gonna cost you a pretty penny. Oof. Hopefully Persona 5 The Royal clears this up and brings back shuffle time so we won't have to worry about this as much, but who knows. Oh, speaking of Persona 5 The Royal, Kasumi's Persona is apparently like Cinderella or something.
Okay.
It looks cool. I mean, it has like a Cinderella name. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what thief it's based off of, or if they were just Let's see. Yeah. Cendrillon. Cendrillon. It looks kind of cool. It looks pretty cool.
What are your thoughts?
I'm not really seeing it's just straight up Cinderella. I'm not really seeing any thief. I'm not really seeing any thief stuff here, but you know, whatever. But knowing Persona, it's probably going off the darker iteration of Cinderella, where at the end the wicked stepmother and stepsisters like have to dance in hot iron. Oh no. I think what they did in the darker version of Cinderella is they hacked off bits of their foot so they'd fit in the actual glass slipper, or they got attacked by ravens or crap like that. It ended badly. It ended badly. Is the end of that story, really. Anyway, let's work at the flower shop. We get to make bouquets, everybody. Evidently, they don't have an issue with you bringing your pet to work. Even the restaurant business apparently doesn't, which is extra weird.
Hello. Next.
I sincerely hope Morgana does not shed.
Hey.
That apron suits you. Okay. Well, you're not getting any of my money then. It does suit me, as a matter of fact. It's a nice little chunk of change. It's not that bad. It's not bad.
Good work.
It's a nice little chunk of change. Not bad. Especially since we didn't have anything else to do today.
How are you feeling?
Now I'm even kinder. Even though I'm angelic.
Wanna head back?
Ah, you're back.
Oh, so now Sojiro's gonna let us make our own coffee. Nice. And as I said, yeah, no, coffee is a really, really good item in this game because it recovers your SP, which if you watched my last update, I pretty much go into the detail of SP is kind of how long you can stay in the dungeon. If you have a lot of SP, you can stay in the dungeon longer. So let's go ahead and hang out with Sojiro for a bit, huh? No work, no food. Ever heard of that idiom? You know what? I feel like I have. Yeah, I get that one. Thanks to Barrett, I might get closer to Sojiro. So let's go ahead and work on the Hierophant social link, shall we? Sure.
Ha!
She's a talkative one.
Well,
The basics are always important. Making coffee. Hitting on girls. I mean, the basics are... That's what I'm here to learn. Make coffee, right? Is there anything you won't kick me out for? Can we make a list of the stuff that you won't kick me out for? Curry and coffee. I've never heard of that combination. It's trade secret, obviously. The man can't give up his own trade secret. That's how he stays in business. That's business. Damn, this man's skills are unreal. No wonder somebody made an alternate universe comic about Sojiro being the leader of the Phantom Thieves. This man is a smooth operator.
Whoa.
Oh. Well, the happy music is gone. Something tells me this man is not as nice as his description makes him out to be. I believe we've met the antagonist for this social link.
Jeez.
He seems suspicious. Oh, we get to learn about bean types. Nice. Ladies love a guy who knows his coffee. Are you sure about that? I mean, sure, okay. I want the ladies to love me. You said the magic word. My bond with Sojiro has grown deeper. Now I'm gonna start making coffee like a pro. Nice.
All right.
Sojiro's social link has its obvious benefits. But since it's a New Game Plus run, the coffee that we can actually make at the moment, even though we've only gone over the basics of coffee right now, the one that we'll make is actually the highest level coffee that you can make in the game. Even though Sojiro will still say that it's garbage.
Well,
So, you know, not a bad, that's kind of a game breaker in and of itself, where you can, where you have like end game coffee, that's a weird description, that can basically just restore your SP almost in its entirety. Like right from the get-go. Which will make dungeon crawling a lot easier.
Morning!
It's gonna be fine. Hopefully, otherwise the game will just end. I guess since there's no social activity going on right now, time for more flower shop stuff. So now we have to make our own bouquets that match the customer's tastes.
Next,
You can do it!
I'm counting on you.
Large, brightly colored flowers. There is a Reddit article that can basically give you like a guide for all the proper flower bouquets. But again, this is just a mere little side job, so it's not really a make or break deal here. And also the flower descriptions kind of give you a decent gist of what you should probably put what with what. Large, brightly colored flowers. A large red flower. A large yellow flower. A large pink flower.
What do you want to do?
These are all very large and very brightly colored flowers. Red, yellow, and pink. That should be fine. You don't have fingers, Morgana.
That's great.
Nice. A whole 1,100 yen more.
Good work.
If I keep this up, I'll be a billionaire. By the end of the playthrough.
Nice.
Whatever.
Wanna head back?
Ah, you're back.
Just keep on working on Sojiro's social link. May as well.
All right then.
Well, we just worked on Sojiro's social link just recently, so it's not going to progress that much further just yet. Again, he's just called dull student. This guy has no chance. You gotta be sexy if you want people to like you. Only hot people will ever be loved. That's what charm is all about. Takes so much work to be hot, I know. That's why very few people are actually hot. This is a weird conversation. What the fuck am I talking about? Some people are just blessed with it. Others have to work hard at it. Yeah, so now it's just going on about social stats. This is kind of self-evident. I've already explained how social stats work. Social stats are kind of evident already. You've already seen the Persona 4 playthrough. If you've already watched my Persona 4 playthrough, you know exactly how these work. But basically, if you haven't, well, the social stats are, hey, you want to progress a little further in a certain social link or do a certain thing? Well, you need social stats. You either need to be brave, you need to be smart, you need to be kind, you need to be charming, or you need to be proficient. If you ain't got one of those, then you're gonna fail.
Just remembered.
That's why you do certain activities to improve these, like watching movies, or reading books, hanging out with friends, doing part-time jobs, etc., etc.
You.
This is kind of a weird looking one, but the answer is 4.
This is it.
Correct.
That looks cool. And hey, it's kind of a reference to the other Persona games. I'm pulling this right out of my ass. Look, there's blue, yellow, and red. You know, the 3 Persona games the only 3 Persona games that people remember. No one gives a shit about 1 or 2. I'll eventually do something with Persona 1 and 2. I'll probably do a playthrough, but those will be a little later on down the line. Much later down the line.
Nice going!
All right.
The world is full of dangers. Yeesh. Nowhere is safe. Everything's bad. Welcome to Persona 5.
Hey!
Someone's blowing up your phone. You better check it. Check out what your homies are up to, Joker. So we can either hang out with Ryuji or Takemi. Alright, let's hang out with Ryuji. Time for some more hangouts.
Oh, hey.
I guess we just gotta wait and see what happens. Oh boy.
Hey.
Time for some more training. Hopefully Ryuji learns a new skill. That'd be nice. Our bond's not gonna deepen just yet, but you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and hang out with him. Let's go ahead and hang out with him anyway. It'd be nice if working out with Ryuji actually had other benefits besides, just working on his social link. Like, you get a benefit to your strength or your speed or something like that. I don't know. I guess it'd be a little busted if your social link would be just, hey, you get random stat boost. That would be a little busted, I guess. Although that's what shuffle time is. Whatever. Again, fingers crossed. Here's hoping that makes some form of comeback in Persona 5 The Royal.
Next time, then.
Wow!
We can actually brew coffee now.
Hey!
Yeah. Let's go ahead and make some coffee. I'm going to buy some cigarettes. I always need more cigarettes.
Oh.
You're a cat. Cats don't need coffee. I nailed it.
All right.
It's perfect. Why would coffee heal your Master Coffee? Yeah, endgame coffee. Obviously, on your first playthrough, it's not going to be that good of coffee when you first make it. No, only whenever you finish up Sojiro's social link. But hey, it's appropriate that a Jameson Price character gives you trivia on beverages.
Let me explain.
So hey, we use Jamaican Blue Mountain. Although he's going to always say this at the very beginning. It's bland. Your coffee sucks. Is what Sojiro will always say at the beginning of his social link. But you know what? He appreciates that we're putting in some effort. So, you know, we're making progress, even though we've literally made the perfect cup of coffee. I guess we'll just never be as good as Sojiro. I can live with that. Kind of makes you wonder of what chosen careers that all the Persona kids would eventually take on. Like, I think there's a reference of, like, Akihiko would be a cop or a detective. In fact, he is a detective in one of the Persona animes where he lost his persona, which is stupid. And then he became a traveling warrior who fights bears in Persona 4 The Arena, which is weird. Chie, I think, went on to be wants to be a cop, and I think there's like fan art of her and Akihiko being cops. Nice. So that's cool. Let's see, what else? I guess Yosuke would either be the next manager of Junes, or he'd be in a band or something. Rise is already an idol, so that's kind of sealed in. Kanji would be the owner of a craft shop. That'd be great. He just makes little dolls and little frilly things. That'd be perfect for him. You know. The Persona 4 cast is kind of like set in stone a little bit. The Persona 4 cast, you kind of get a decent gist of what they want to do. Except for like Narukami. I guess he'd either become, I don't know, a detective like his uncle, or, I don't know, something else. Guy could do whatever. That's always kind of a weird, like, sentiment to think about. Whenever you're literally a teenager and you've saved the world. Like, what do you do after that?
Whoa.
Like, can you imagine Narukami just being 30 years old, being a salaryman or a desk worker, and just, like, sitting at his desk, just, like, typing up a document, going like, you know, I saved the world, and now I'm just working a regular 9-to-5 job. This is the respect I get, you know, just literally saving the world, and I make an average wage. Alright, fine. No one knows, I guess. Whatever. It's so weird. It's so weird for characters like this. Like in friggin' Dragon Quest, like in the most recent Dragon Quest game, the main character's 16 years old. And eventually you fight and you save the world. What do you do after that? Yeesh. I mean, I guess the praise you get is cool. You're kind of immortalized as a hero. Not in Persona 4, no one knows that they saved the world. There's only like mild hints here and there. Oh, but this time for Ryuji's social link, he's bringing us to a special place. So yeah, this might actually happen with certain social links. Some of your confidants will say, hey, you know it's a cool place to go? This place. And it's pretty nice. And you can bring other people to go here, and you can kind of like learn a little bit more about them. You might get special items. And of course, it also helps improving their relationship. So yeah, these hangout spots they're pretty good for social links, or for confidants. I keep saying social links. That's the word that I've been hardwired into my head. Ugh. Anyway, you can also learn about these not only through social links, confidants, whatever you want to call them, but also through reading books. Like, I believe we have a book called Yongenjaya Wanderer, or something like that. That's a weird thing to say, Ryuji. I mean, I guess it's apparent that you're the Chariot Arcana, because you say weird stuff about food. It's weird. He's kind of like a weird hybrid. He's kind of like a hybrid of Chie, Kanji, and Yosuke. He's got the best friend route like Yosuke and Junpei. He's the Chariot Arcana like Chie, who also has a weird fixation on certain foods. But his whole design and his weapon and stuff like that is similar to Kanji. In Persona Q2, he has a union attack with Kanji, which makes sense. And also, when they're coming up with code names for everybody, they literally say to Kanji, like, oh, let's just call him Skull 2. Or let's call him Skull, but with the word damn it in front of it. And Kanji's like, what the fuck? I was here first. Why am I the knockoff? Okay, Kanji doesn't actually say that, but I'm saying that. Kanji was here first. Kanji's the best. Ryuji's great, but Kanji's literally the best character in Persona. I have a very... Look, the cast of Persona 5 is great, but Kanji's my boy. You're doing great though, Ryuji. You're doing good. You know what? You're right. I am doing good. I just frickin' rewrote my teacher's brain. What have they done recently? Nothing compared to that. That's another whole thing I want to bring up. Like, after the whole Shadow World or the Metaverse or the stuff with Tartarus at the Dark Hour, nothing else in your life is really gonna measure up to the shit you saw as a teenager in high school. Like, when you're going through like a magical adventure and shit like this, yeah, nothing's really gonna measure up to that. Like, at least with Dragon Quest or other like fantasy RPGs like that, where you're in like medieval times and stuff like that, yeah, you at least the monsters don't go away. You still see those kind of like hanging around, and you're used to like magic and stuff like that. But in Persona, when the magic is deeply rooted in that one area, and then you can't do it anymore, yeah, it kind of makes the rest of your life seem a bit like dull by comparison. Like, Narukami and the rest of the Persona 4 crew literally fought a god. Multiple gods. For some reason, I don't think they're gonna do anything like that later on down the line. I say that, but then Persona 4 Arena comes around and throws them right back in there. Persona 4 Dancing All Night even has something similar to that.
You're back.
So, I mean, you know. At least in other Shin Megami Tensei games, there's kind of like a thing where, hey, demons and magic still kind of exist.
Yeah. All right then.
So Sojiro makes both curry and coffee. It's the SSCCC, the Sojiro Sakura Coffee Curry Cafe. Now there's a tongue twister for you. Money's money. Look, I get it. You're not gonna accept me doing a half-assed job. Fine, I won't.
Sorry.
Need help, Sojiro? A little bit, yeah. Do you know how I got here in the first place? It's because I'm worried about people. Because I don't like bad things happening to people. That's kind of my shtick. I get called an idiot because I'm trying to save folks, but you know, whatever.
All right.
The rest is on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat all our food. All of it. Mine. Well, Sojiro's off to go do some kind of sketchy thing. Featuring the boy who's said to be the next Detective Prince. Bullshit! Oh, Naruto! They're talking about Naruto! People are excited about this new one. Why are they... No, don't sandbag Naruto! Naruto's awesome! Naruto's a prince and she's not even a guy! That's how cool Naruto is! No, put Naruto back on the TV! Damn it! Naruto's the coolest Detective Prince. Oh. There's a scene in Persona Q2 where all the Phantom Thieves, with the exception of Ryuji, guess that Naruto's a girl. Ryuji's the only one who doesn't know. He's like, what?
Hey.
Naruto's a chick? I didn't know that. I guess Ryuji and Kanji are both kind of not that smart. They're both kind of dumb.
Come on. Oh, hey. Yo.
Let's go somewhere fun. Let's go back to the ramen shop, Ryuji. We went there the other day, but hey, whatever.
Let's go. Whoa.
Oh no, the line's super long. That's not good. How is ramen a fad? It's food. Well, you know what? I take that back. There is actually... in The World Ends With You, there is actually a storyline with ramen being a fad. Like, there's a ramen that looks really good, but it tastes like garbage. Or like it's super average. But it's the guy who makes ramen that looks kind of basic that tastes really good because he put his heart and soul into it.
Hey,
They're giving out presents. What, you don't want it? Oh cool, a ramen bowl. Thanks. I'm not crazy enough about ramen to be showing that off in my room. Fair enough. But you know who is crazy enough to do it? Me. I'll put this on my shelf. And Ren actually will do that. Sometimes you get little gifts that you can use to spruce up your room. And just put a fucking ramen bowl on your shelf just to display. Like, yeah, I like ramen so much I took a bowl and I put it on my shelf for decorational purposes. Fuck.
Ah, you're back.
Make some coffee.
Oh.
Whoa.
yes. All right.
Another master coffee. We're just gonna make a bunch of coffee just in case we had to go back into the metaverse, which we will.
Let me
Guatemalan
explain.
SHB. Damn. We'll never make a decent cup of coffee in Sojiro's eyes. Not yet, at least.
Well then.
Getting closer and closer to the deadline.
Hey!
let's go ahead and read about Zorro. Played by Antonio Banderas.
Yep. Hey, hey!
Learned a bit more about Zorro.
Morning!
Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. Oh boy. Really hope this worked.
Hi, everyone.
Oh boy. Got ourselves a new teacher, Miss Chono. We need to learn English now. Alright. Really? This seems a bit like on the nose. You need to learn about swapping your mask.
Let's hear it.
Are you a Wunderkind? That's German! What are you talking about? We're learning about English. No, actually we're learning about German. Whatever. Means wonder, obviously. Child. Are you a wonder child? It basically means a prodigy. A persona user.
That's correct.
I can use a stand.
Nice going!
All right.
The ability to change one's mask depending on the situation is surely a talent given to one by God. Thank you? I mean, I can do that. I can literally change masks. Does that make us all Wunder Thieves? No, only me. Only me can do that. Only I can change my mask, Morgana. Can you, Ryuji, or An do it? No, didn't think you could. You only got one mask. I have many. I am much like a chameleon. Let's go ahead and hang out with Takemi.
Please head to the exam room.
Alright, what do you give me this time, Takemi? Alright. So far, no negative reactions. My mouth is burning. Nose is itchy. Ah. Eventually, this will slowly destroy you from the inside out.
Hello?
Okay. What was that about?
Oh.
Oh. To a grave medical error I made. Okay? What kind of medical error did you make? Okay, no, this needs to actually be explained, because if you made an error that, like... I feel like this needs to be kind of, like, stated beforehand. I mean, a pinch, but, you know... I mean, I need the medicine. I guess I'm willing to take that risk. I guess I'm willing to take the risk of possibly dying. Sure. We're both equally shady, yeah. Yeah, we are. Cool, I'm a guinea pig. You know what? It's better than a lot of the other stuff people call me. Rather be called a guinea pig than, like, I don't know. Sterilization!
Alright.
That's a... I know... Look, I know it... That's a bit of a weird ability name at this junction.
Huh?
People get your number confused for a restaurant? Alright then. I'm starting to wonder if the medicine will actually do anything good for me. Whatever. I'm a high schooler who got kicked out, who got thrown to the city by my parents. Do I look like I have good health insurance?
Take care.
I'll take the medicine where I can get it. I need drugs. I need that medicine, something fierce.
Ah, you're back. You got time right now?
Anyway.
All right then. Thanks.
Anyway, that'll do it for this update. On the next episode, we'll finally see the results of changing Kamoshida's heart. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.